applicable law, I request Mr. Abdul Khalid Chataiwala to grant the permission to conduct the meeting.
Permission granted. Please proceed.
Good afternoon, dear members. Welcome to the 10th Annual General Meeting of Lancer Container Lines Limited. We are so glad you could
This
join
meeting
us.
is being recorded.
Archana Indulkar, I am a company secretary of our company. I sincerely hope that you and your family are safe and in good health. In view of the continuing risk of infection of COVID-19 and keeping the safety of our member in mind, the company has conveyed this meeting through the audio-video means. In accordance with the circular issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India, your company has taken all the requisite steps to ensure that the members are able to attend and vote at the meeting in the seamless manner. Your company has availed the services of National Security Depository Limited (NSDL) for conducting the meeting through video conferencing for enabling participation of members at this AGM. While we miss meeting the member personally, the virtual meeting is an opportunity to connect to all the members from different locations in India and abroad. I request Mr. Abdul Khalid Chataiwala to occupy the chair and take forward the proceeding of the meeting.
Thank you, Archana. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The requisite quorum being present, I call the meeting in order. I welcome all the members to the 10th Annual General Meeting of the company. I would request Archana, the Company Secretary of Lancer Container Lines Limited, to introduce the board members of your company.
Thank you, Khalid sir. Let me now introduce to our board members and key managerial personnel. Mr. Abdul Khalid Chataiwala, Chairman and Managing Director of the company.
Hello.
Mr. Praful Jain, Full-time Director of the company.
Hello, everybody.
Mr. Amol Shilke, Full-time Director of the company.
मनीषा मैडम ने फोन कर दिया। ओए, मनीषा मैडम ने फोन कर। ठीक है।
Okay. Mr. Narayan Virayam, Independent Director of the company. I repeat, Mr. Narayan Virayam, Independent Director of the company.
Answer.
Hello, everybody. Hope you are all doing fine.
Mrs. Amita Ramesh, Independent Director of the company.
Yeah, good afternoon to one and all.
Mr. P.N. Kuti, Chief Executive Officer.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Mrs. Ranjana Shinde, Chief Financial Officer.
Hi, good afternoon.
We also have attending this meeting Mr. Uday Soman from Soman Uday and Company, Statutory Auditor of the company. And
Good afternoon to one and all.
And Mrs. Geeta Kanbara, Practicing Company Secretary, who is appointed as a scrutinizer to scrutinize the e-voting.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Members may note that the company has not received authorization from any body corporate for attending the meeting. Dear member, the facility to join this meeting through video conferencing is being made available to the member on first come first several basis pursuant to the regulatory requirement. For the smooth conduct of the meeting, member will kept on mute mode by default to avoid any noise disturbance. As per the provision of Companies Act 2013 and the SEBI listing obligation and disclosure requirement regulation 2015, your company had provided the remote e-voting facility to the member through NSDL platform to cast their vote prior to this meeting. The cutoff date for the same was Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. The remote e-voting commenced on September 26, 2021 from 9 a.m. Indian time and concluded yesterday at 5 p.m. Indian time. Member, as of the cutoff date, only shall be entitled to cast their vote. Member who have not casted their vote through the remote e-voting and who are attending this meeting will have opportunity to cast their vote during the meeting. The voting window is already open for all the members and will also be available for 15 minutes after the conclusion of the meeting. Members who have casted their vote through remote e-voting will be eligible to participate at the AGM, but will not be eligible to vote again at the AGM. Member can go to homepage of NSDL and cast their vote during the meeting. As regards voting at this meeting, there will be no voting by show of hand, and the regulations set in the notice are not required to be proposed and seconded. The necessary statutory registers and documents refers to in AGM notice will be made available during the meeting for inspection by the members, as per the request, if any made by the member. As this meeting is conducted through audiovisual means, the proxy facility is not necessitated and accordingly has not been provided with. Members who need any assistance during this meeting or have any queries regarding the participation or e-voting may refer to the frequently asked question and e-voting manual available on www.evoting.nsdl.com under the helpline section, or write an email to evoting@nsdl.co.in or contact NSDL team on 1-800-222-990. Thank you very much. I now hand over the proceeding to our chairman, Mr. Abdul Khalid Chataiwala, to give chairman's speech. Oh God. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, Khalid, sir, please unmute your unmute yourself and please start your chairman's speech again.
Thank you, Archana. On behalf of the Board of Directors of your company, Lancer Container Lines, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the 10th Annual General Meeting. As you are aware, the last year was one of the most challenging times faced by the global logistics sector, as also our company. The global logistics sector has been severely impacted by COVID-19 related shutdowns. And as the world has started opening up, the surge in global trade resulted in a collapse in global vessel schedule integrity. A much larger percentage of ships were arriving at the destination outside of schedule, making it challenging for ports to plan cargo operations and resulting in vessels having to wait for long periods. Many ports are still struggling to maintain an efficient turnaround schedule, adding pressure and delays to the stretched global supply chain. Our company faced these challenges head on, and I am pleased to share with you that we have emerged stronger. We maneuvered through these challenges with a gentle human approach towards our employees and clients, but kept a tight focus on maintaining profitability and sufficient cash flows to tide over any contingency. During the year under consideration, FY 2021, we faced slowdown in round trips and some difficulties in bringing back our containers to India. This impacted our overall volume, despite which we were able to record a 17.8% YOY increase in revenues at 3,126 million for FY 2021. We were able to increase our profit after tax by 21% to 97.1 million compared to 80 million in the previous year of FY 1920. We did so by optimizing our revenue growth with a mix of lease and self-owned boxes. This is the continuation of the strategy we adopted 2 years back. During FY 2021, we added 1,194 lease boxes, which now counts for 12% of our boxes versus nil in FY 18. This enabled us to improve revenues while efficiently managing cash flows. In Q1 of the current year, FY 21-22, We witnessed a sharp jump in liner freight cost, which we were able to pass on to customers and protect our margins. While container rates continuing to remain high, logistic companies like us continue to struggle with the ever increasing cost. We expect the long-term contracted containers rates to remain at elevated levels through FY22 and see some relaxation in container and freight rates only by year end. The industry opportunity in the container business remains robust, with global container market predicted to reach $10.93 billion in 2025, growing by CAGR of 8.49% over the period 21-25. Data shows that all major trade corridors have been a high of growth across the first 5 months of 21. Far East export and European imports are leading the way, with both up by over 50% in 2021. The most recent trends indicate that an overall recovery of import-export trade in India has begun in the first half of FY 21-22. Indian exports during April to July 21 jumped 73.86% on a low base to $130.56 billion, again $75.10 billion in the year ago period. The shipping ministry is putting in place a number of measures to addressing acute shortage of containers, controlling high shipping freight, and ensuring timely refund of pending dues are crucial to take the country's overall exports to $400 billion by the end of this fiscal. We are very optimistic of the business opportunity going forward and putting in place aggressive growth plans. During the year, we had taken a conscious decision to keep the burden of balance sheet at bare minimum, bringing down cash adjusted debt to just rupees 34 million. The cash on hand as on 31st March 2020 was at an all-time high at rupees 188 million. Our fund flow position remains healthy, and excluding cash on hand, our return on net worth percentage has improved to 38% in FY21 versus 27% in FY20. We assure you to keep our focus on growth with margins and commitments to maximizing shareholder wealth. I am pleased to share that our board of directors has proposed a dividend of 5% per share to non-promoters shareholders, another first for company. Along with the approval of dividend, the board has also recommended issue of bonus shares in the ratio of 2:1. That is, 2 newly equity bonus shares of rupees 10 each for every existing 1 equity share of rupees 10 each fully paid up. Coming to corporate social responsibility of your company, the CSR in Lancer is more than a statutory mandate. Your company works closely with the community members to understand their needs and take necessary actions to uplift the less privileged stakeholders from the society. A majority of CSR expenditure is focused on education, nutrition, healthcare, and encouraging sports and fitness. We feel thankful and proud for our collaboration with humble organizations like Anjuman-e-Islam, Mesco Trust, and Sabu Siddiq Hospital for their support and enthusiasm to help the deprived section of the society and community. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the board of directors to thank each and every one of you for your continuing support in this exciting journey together. Thank you.
Thank you, Khalid sir. The report by the statutory auditor, Uday Soman and Company, and the secretarial auditor, Geeta Kanbara and Associates, for the financial year ended 31st March 2021 do not contain any qualification, observation, or comment which may have adverse effect on functioning of the company. The statutory auditor report on standalone financial statement are available on page number 95 of the annual report, and consolidated financial statement are available on page number 138 of the annual report. Secretarial audit report is enclosed as Annexure 1 to the board report on page number 46 of the annual report. With the permission of the member, I therefore take the report as read. As The notice is already circulated to all the members. I take the notice conveying the meeting as read. I shall now put forth the questions from from the members and read out the speeches received by the company. First shareholder is Mr. Keshav Garg, and he expressed the following views and asked the following questions. I am your loyal shareholder from Pune. Many congratulations for the maiden dividend. I am interested in understanding the businesses and prospects of the company. The following is a brief list of my questions. Question number one, which he had asked, what is the outlook for the current year in terms of top line and bottom line bearing of COVID third wave? Khalid sir, please answer.
Okay, thank you very much. Your patience till now is highly appreciated. Before answering the question, I would want to put this disclaimer in place to avoid any future confusion. It is possible that certain statements and answers to these questions may be forward-looking and subject to certain risks and uncertainties like regulatory changes, local political or economic developments, and many other factors that could cause our actual results to differ materially from those contemplated by the relevant forward-looking statements. Coming to the questions one by one. The first question, past 2 years being really challenging to the overall logistic industry due to pandemic and global market disruptions arise because of lockdown, Suez Canal blockage and China port shutdown, but we have been able to respond to our customers' requirement with agility and speed. We try to keep our eyes on operation running uninterrupted as we play a vital role in the customer supply chain globally. This year, we can see improvements as the country is progressing towards complete vaccination and the world trade destinations opening up in a much faster note. Looking into global present scenario, there continues to be very strong demand for freight movement and continual container shortages will add upsurge in freight rates, putting a ripple effect on your company, top line growth and better margins. In the next 1-2 years, we have expansion plans for increasing our fleet of containers, which in turn will increase our top line, penetrate into new markets. We are very bullish for the market and are confident of our competence to take the company to the next level.
Now, second question which he had asked, what are your capex plans? Khalid sir, please
okay.
answer.
Okay, since the date of incorporation, your company is having persistent growth and we have added containers every year looking into market demand and supply factors. This year, we had been a bit slow on adding capex as container prices soared almost double the price earlier and lesser availability of slot would create hindrance when it was unknown how the second wave of COVID and how long it would last. Instead of that, we thought of paying back our existing loan and reducing debt to a comfortable level, which we did in past quarter. Now things are materializing and taking a better shape with more clarity on future demand supply, having business activity started to recover on backdrop of improved customer sentiments and vaccination program. During past years, we have already done required capital expenditure for purchasing new office and further investment were made on technology for adoption of ERP software. Maintenance capex will now be limited going forward and buying containers generally hold major part of our capex with mix of buying and lease model. Thank you.
Question number 3. How many containers are we planning to buy or lease during FY22 and FY23? Khalid sir, please answer.
Yeah. There are currently ongoing discussions of adding new fleet of containers, which would happen during the financial year and next. We want to double our size by fiscal year 2023. However, investments of procuring substantial quantity would happen largely in the subsequent financial year. We will be in a position to share details in the coming quarter as we are still contemplating the exact operational and business plan based on the cargo movement and competitive landscape.
Now, question number 4. As the container shortage will end sometime, does it make sense to sell some of our container while the prices are abnormally high and buy them again at low price in future? Khalid sir, please answer.
Containers are the bread and butter of your company business. With the present shortage, demand has soared to phenomenal high levels, and thus companies who are able to maintain supply to the customers will have a competitive advantage over others. Apart from this, we can be able to gain customer confidence and retain them forever. Servicing is this crucial time. Being in the service industry, customer orientation is our primary responsibility. This approach has always helped us driving significant growth in revenue through both acquisition of new customers as well as expanding the share of wallet with the existing customers. And that is something which is visible in the top line growth pattern of Lancer over the last few years.
Okay, now question number 5. What is the replacement cost of our container fleet?
See, the container prices are almost double the price which was a year ago. Replacing containers will have a burn on realization as costs will be higher. Moreover, it will be really tough time to market for the containers, for the prices as raw material cost is also high vis-a-vis steel. Commodities have cycles which we believe take long time for 10 reversal.
Now, question number 6. What is our EBITDA strength since the past 3 years at around rupees 21 to 24 CR per annum?
There was a sharp increase on liner charges which account for a major portion of the operation cost. With China coming back into global trade, the demand for shipping slots led to tight market conditions during the year. For our business, operating expenses largely comprise of liner slot bookings and compensation payments to international agents. The spurt in these costs lead to higher operating costs as a percentage of revenues. This could not be fully passed on to customers and was partly absorbed during past years. Despite this, with stringent cost control measures, the impact on profitability was controlled. Going forward, with the increase in the number of containers, we can see better negotiation power in terms of slot rates with vessel operators and thus can foresee better margins.
Now, question number 7. What is the purpose of floating 6 subsidiaries during FY21?
Lancer have total 5 wholly owned subsidiaries, and these subsidiaries are incorporated with an objective to achieve specialization and focused growth. Earlier, your company was categorized into multiple departments like freight forwarding, container trading, agency business, for which now separate wholly owned subsidiaries are formed to perform the same duties to bring more efficiency.
Question number 8. Please give brief overview about the business prospects, risk and investment required by each subsidiary.
Each subsidiary has different function under Lancer. You can have more details in the annual report for each subsidiary. Subsidiaries are floated just to streamline existing operations. Further, these subsidiaries are freshly incorporated at the end of the last year. Hence, the impact of the same cannot be much reflected as of now. As the operations will grow, management is confident that these subsidiaries will provide a greater contribution to the growth of your company.
Okay, now the last question. Question number 9. What is the steady state margin that we can sustain going forward?
As far as the margins are concerned, we are very confident to achieve much better performance in FY22 vis-a-vis FY21. With our focus on several business initiatives, we foresee better times going ahead. This would help us realize our growth, inspiration, and also deliver value creation for our shareholders. We are extremely focused on being growth oriented, and we focus on business which can be driven with digital enablement. And therefore, the focus has largely been on the core businesses which is multimodal transport operation or the ocean freight business. We remain much more confident in building up from here through multiple transformation programs going on to drive growth and keep the business performance significantly strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Khalid sir. Dear member, now let me introduce Amol Shirke, our whole-time director of our company.
Hello, hi.
Hope we were able to answer all the queries raised by members. In case there are any more queries, kindly write to us at secretarial@lancerline.com. We will be glad to reply to each one of them. I will now place before the member all the items in the notice. The company has provided the facility of e-voting to the members of the company to exercise their right to vote on the resolution proposed to be passed at the AGM during the course of the meeting. Item number 1, ordinary resolution to receive, consider and adopt the audited financial statement of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2021, together with the report of the Board of Directors and auditors thereon. Item number 2, ordinary resolution to declare final dividend to non-promoter shareholder of rupees 50 paise only per share on equity share of rupees 10 each for the financial year ended 31st March 2021. Item number 3, ordinary resolution to appointment of Mr. Prakul Jain, who retired by rotation and being eligible, offer himself for reappointment as a director of the company. Item number 4, special resolution to increase in authorized share capital of the company and consequently alteration in capital clause of Memorandum of Association of the company. Item number 5, special resolution to alter the main object clause of Memorandum of Association of the company. Item number 6, special resolution to issue bonus shares in the ratio of 2:1. Item number 7, special resolution to issue a foreign currency convertible bond. Item number 8, special resolution to increase the borrowing limit under section 180, subsection 1, subclause C of the Companies Act 2013 up to rupees 1000 crore. Item number 9, special resolution to take the approval of member under section 180, subsection 1, subclause A of the Companies Act 2013 for creation of charge on the movable and immovable properties of the company, both present and future, in respect of borrowings. I now request the member who have not voted earlier to cast their vote on the matter contained in the notice. The e-voting facility will be remain active at the NSDL e-voting website for next 15 minutes to enable the member to cast their vote. I have already briefed you on the process to vote at this meeting. The consolidated report of remote e-voting and e-voting during the meeting will be announced within 48 hours from the conclusion of the meeting and made available on the website of the company and also on the website of the Bombay Stock Exchange. The formal business before the AGM is now over. The meeting would be stand concluded from now, and voting window will remain open till 15 minutes from now. I once again thank each one of you to attend this meeting today. I sincerely wish you and your family members stay safe and healthy in the time ahead. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank
Meeting
you.
is over.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah, thanks.
The recording has stopped.